G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this be my Knackers Yard. Busy week, not a lot of bike stuff. I was out of the country for most of the week in Baltimore, in the US. So for the Brits that don't know, right next to Washington, it's basically borders Washington. So I think my hotel might have actually had a Washington zip code or postcode. I'm glad I didn't put my Charlie Kirk video out. I think I'm going to delete it. That is one. Nicest people, nicest people, but one really messed up situation that's only getting worse. Anyway, that's not what this channel is about. That's kind of the flip side of that, and indicates a lot of the stuff that I watch, read, and endure rather than necessarily enjoy. A few bits done, nothing on the bike or nothing on Darryl, but just by way of intro, let's just chuck you through what I've been up to, just so you can keep following the progress on the life and times of biking that. Right, let's have a look at Ivan, my ER6, which I've turned into a little bit more of a commute-mobile. I'm slightly conflicted about it, but I think it works and it don't look too bad. So let's have a look. Right, so Ivan, my daily ride, my now daily commute. One of you guys suggested putting some reflective strips on there. I have. It looks fucking awful. I think it was Sid actually. It looks fucking awful, but you're right. If I'm going for the extra visibility on the rear light that I put on, then why the hell not? So what I have done is gone full bore on the commuterisms, and he's now got extra lights on the front. Now, fortunately, I had a couple of brackets that were just locked away in my drawer somewhere. I think they're actually from a seat mounting kit, but they're black, so it's mounted to the headlight cowl, and so I'm not touching anything like structural, like the calipers for the forks. I did want smaller, but actually they about work because there's a curve in the cowling. It kind of fits in it. I did consider blacking the bolts and frames and stuff, but frankly I couldn't be bothered. So that is me on. That's what my lights look like on. I need to turn the engine on to get the rest done. So that's my running lights now. A little bit more visibility. And on full beam, obviously I get the full beam up and the second on that. I'm not entirely convinced about alignment yet, but I'm going to have to do that in the dark, I think, as much as anything else. So it's all just about making me more visible. Let me turn this off. It's all about making me more visible. I've been slightly shocked. I'm not sure why I'm shocked. I shouldn't be shocked because I've been a Burbs commuter before I was a central London commuter, but I have been shocked at just how freaking bad the driving is on my Burbs commute. It's so hard to anticipate because people do some really weird shit. I might have to start uploading my helmet cam again, but it's just awful. I mean, not helped by the amount of roadworks around here at the moment. I don't know what it's like near you, but it almost feels deliberate to try and stop people from moving around. Now that's a bit conspiratorial. It isn't, but it's just mental. Trying to get my youngest dropped off at a new secondary school is about like 3 lights of fun on the way in. It's destroying the missus, who generally does the school run and then goes to work herself afterwards. It's just awful. But even on the rare times currently that I seem to be in office, it's mental. And in fact, this week I'm away 3 days. So the first time I'm going to try out those lights is Thursday, I think. Crikey. Right. While I'm pointing you at Ivan, I'll also show you a bit of plastic. It's the first time I've taken an angle grinder to a TV. Probably won't be the last, but let me show you that as well. So got my engine up. My TV, that was an old spare TV from in the house, suddenly decided to go batshit crazy, and all the buttons were doing strange things. Took the back off, played with it, tried cleaning out the connections, still wasn't working. Worked out it was grounding out somewhere on the back plate on that bit for the stand, which was there. So the stand is off, is now somewhat bodged to a wall, because it doesn't really weigh very much, and I'm not too fussed if it drops, because it probably would have been easier just to replace it, but I can't justify spending money on a TV for my garage. So it's just got the one that I've got up there. So that is, I'm at the far extreme from my house. This is as far as you can get from my house without being in it anymore. It doesn't even get Wi-Fi over at this side, or the little, was it a Now TV stick, whatever it, again, something that I've had for years. It doesn't seem to like it, so it's anchored off my phone, so it's hotspot off my phone. I haven't shown you this actually. I discovered that quad locks were magnetic. Now you probably all know that. I didn't until I put it down on an outside bar table. Somebody knocked over the table and my phone stuck, which I thought was really cool. But it is the most handy thing in the world. So when I'm going into work to get changed out of my bike kit into my work kit, I can stick it to a locker door. It's great. People go, you know, that's impressive. So I've just made up a bit of block. That's a bit of metal from the tool that I used to get rid of, to move the stator. I now no longer either stand, knock over, kick over, drop, scratch my personal phone, obviously my phone, my channel phone I'm filming on, but I freaking love that. So what have I done? I've spent the day poncing around sorting out my commute to turn it into a full-on commute. I don't think he looks too bad. Looks a little bit bug-eyed, looks a bit alien-y, although I might have aliens on the head because I've been watching El Hudson a little bit. I need to sort out alignment, but I need a bit of darkness, and I need a bit of darkness riding to do that. It's tight enough not to move at the moment, but I do need to adjust it a bit, I think. But I don't think it looks too bad, actually. I prefer not to have to do it, but there's too many idiots around. I've also sorted out the garage. I can get rid of that now. Oh, actually, I might steal that bit of steel off the bottom before I throw it away, because I'm tight like that, and these things always come in handy. Yeah, so a bit of a crap upload, I'm afraid. I haven't really been up to a lot. What I might try and do tomorrow morning before we get caught up in the day's events, i.e. before the rest of the house wakes up generally, I might try and get this lid off and see what go on under that, and see what the score is as to why I have zero compression on that rear pot. I don't actually know how deep I want to dig in, how deep I'll end up digging into it. You know, the compression's so low, it may well be piston, it may well be piston rings. I don't know. I get the feeling, my gut says it is the valves, not the piston, but we'll see how we go on that. But that's going to be probably the next one. Right, bit of a null upload, apologies, but you know, this is a hobby. Other things tend to take precedence, and at the moment other things do. So, oh, and that's the other one I had to do today. That's take most of the chunky yesterday and today was to get my big old Scenic Big Blue to get him MOT'd. All good, MOT'd for a year. Spring went on the offside front. That's all sorted. I do need new tyres relatively shortly though. They're close to the legal limit, and I don't want to be driving around as we turn from summer into autumn and winter. I don't want to be driving around on slick tyres, so I'll do that at some point in the near future. Right, that will do me. Apologies, a little bit of an empty upload, but we'll get back on it. Cheers all, I'll catch you later. Ta-ra. Okay, I was just packing away and I haven't got my mic on, so the sound will probably sound different, but my garage door broke last weekend. It was the cable that snapped, so effectively I had to strip it and then manually lift and raise it and then tie it up with a rope so it didn't land on me. It got fixed during the week. The dude that I called found an earlier slot and came round, and fortunately my missus was in, and he was really jealous of my layout. He described it as garage porn, which was fine until I got home from the US and my wife discussed the fact that the guy had found garage porn, and I was like, what? I thought I was in the poo. He's just found my stash. But no, actually, he was just commenting on the fact that he likes the layout and he likes the setup. And I kind of realised that I forget how fortunate I am at times. Yeah, I kind of like it too. So there you go. Introduction to a new phrase, garage porn. It doesn't necessarily mean what you think it does. Right, I am going now because I need a shower and I stink. Cheers all. I'll catch you later on. Have a good one. Ta-da.